All right, welcome everyone to the push button technology demo video. And we are currently in a playback mode within NinjaTrader. And that's the cool thing about this tool because it can be used in playback so that you can practice the same way that you would be trading in live. And this tool works both in the live environment and the playback environment. So as you can see, we've got candle development on the left-hand side, and the buttons down here, this is our actual tool. Now you can see there's 3 buttons. It's the bullish, breakout, and go button. And they mean something different. So the first button, which is this bullish, bearish button, that is the button that is used to determine direction. So you're either buying if it says bullish, or you're selling if it says bearish. So you pick your direction. It's very simple. And the next button is the location. So in this particular case, we're buying, and the location will be at the high of the candle. If I set it to reversal, then we would be buying the low of the candle. That's the location. So we've got direction first, location second, and then once we're ready to actually place the trade, we can hit go. So I'm going to wait a little bit before we do that. But what I want to point out here is you notice that there is let me just move this out of the way. There is a risk parameter right here. Okay, let me just highlight that. So right in there, and you can see that it's auto updating with every new candle. But what it's doing is this tool is actually determining first what type of order you need to use. And the second thing that it's doing is it's determining what the size of your position should be based on the risk that you're setting. So I have set a risk of $500. And because I've set a risk of $500, it's saying that according to my parameters, I can get 12.6 contracts. So it would round down to 12 contracts because I can't get partial contracts. And that means that I'd only lose a max of $500 on this trade if and when I actually pull the trigger. Now you can see it's auto updating, and that's really cool. So I don't have to do any of this calculation on my own. It's the bot's doing it for me. Now you can see over on the left-hand side, we've got some colored lines. We've got a blue line. I'm just going to set this back to a breakout. We've got a blue line. That would be your entry. The red line would be where your stop would be, and the green line would be where your target is. So it's kind of got a visualization so you can see what the trade setup would be before you actually hit the go button. All right, so if I was to get this kind of set up here, and I'm, like I said, just waiting for an opportunity to get into a trade. So we'll just wait for another opportunity. And the nice thing is I can speed this up because I'm in playback mode. So I can speed it up and wait for an opportunity that presents itself that I really want to get into. Okay, and as an example, let's take this trade right here, just as an example. So I'm going to go bearish, and I might have missed it already. And I need to turn on my trade thing so we can see it. Let me just go to here. There we go. So this may not fill. I might have been too late on it. So we'll see. If it keeps going down, we'll just cancel it, and we'll try for another trade. Give it a few seconds here. But that was absolutely simple to execute that trade. It was really simple just to hit that button. It set the entry. Now it has not filled. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cancel this trade for now. And I'm going to wait for another opportunity. I'm going to speed this up and give this an opportunity to come on in to the area that I want to get into. Oh, let's just slow that down a bit. Let's just give it a second here. Okay, here we go. We're coming into another opportunity right here. I've got a line on my chart that looks like a really good opportunity to get in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait till this candle closes. Speed this up a little bit more. As soon as this candle closes, I'm going to go bearish on this trade. There we go. So I'm going to hit that order. It says I can get 14 contracts, and there we go. We're in the trade. I've got $500 of risk on this trade. And this target right down here would be 5R because that's what I've got it set at. Now, these are all pre-configured settings that you set before hitting and go. I am able to move my stop if I want. You can see that underneath my stop, there's a red line. That's where my original stop was. I can move it back if I like. So I have full control over where my stop is, and my target, same thing. I can drag and drop it. You can see where this green line is. That's where my original target is. And I can adjust it however I like. So I can continue to, let's take it down and move it to this area right here. All right. So we can play this out. Now, I can speed this up, like I said, because I'm in playback mode. So let's just speed this up and see what happens with the trade just to see how it executes. Now, remember, this is just a simulated trade. I'm just demonstrating the tool. I'm not demonstrating any particular strategy. We do teach the strategy when we teach you how to use this tool. And that's the really cool thing. But the idea around this tool is to make your life a lot easier as a trader and eliminate some of the learning obstacles like risk management and order entry. As you're learning, you can focus more on the strategy and less on the complicated parts of execution. That helps traders stay on track, keep the momentum going with their learning. But the other benefit to this is the fact that a lot of traders struggle with risk management, and the consistency that they have is because of their risk management control. So they're not trading with the same amount of risk every time. It's very unpredictable. They end up chasing trades when they should be actually just being more patient or taking better trade quality. But when you start to get emotional because you're making mistakes, you're making mental mistakes, it increases the likelihood that you're going to start doing even more things that you shouldn't be doing, which increases inconsistency as a trader. So I'm going to just speed this up, and I'm actually going to move this back to the target that we had it originally set at. And let's just increase this speed and see if we don't hit the target, so you can see what it would do.
Order
Now,
canceled.
there we go. So the order was filled and the trade was executed right in this particular area. So that was pretty cool. And if I just bring the trade right here, you can see that we made $2,366 on that trade right there. All right, so that's the demonstration video of the push button technology bot. Again, you can use this in a live environment or you can use it in a playback mode, but the idea is it keeps it consistent and it takes away some of the challenges that a lot of traders struggle with, both in the learning process and in the execution time. All right, so we'll catch you in another video, but check the links below for more information. Thanks.